Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crimi-trent. Today we're going to do a fun tutorial with the masking fluid. Yes, to make a shoreline painting. This is so simple and easy to do, and the effect is really great. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go over my materials. I have a 7" by 7" 100% cotton cold pressed paper arches, taped down with blue painter's tape, paper towel, paints. I have my masking fluid, which is the Pebeo drawing gum. I have my rubber cement pickup for picking up the masking fluid. You can use tape or other things. Paintbrushes, various things. I have a reference. I just use a reference for like seeing how the shore line looks. It looks like white lace. So when you're painting it, kind of paint like a white lace. You get a bunch of images like this all over the internet. I might link one on the description box, but you can see them everywhere. So I'm going to grab the masking fluid. You want a very small brush. This is a crappy one. I'm using a crappy old liner brush. I think it's like a number 1 or so. And so we're going to do that jiggly shoreline. And this is going to be, you know, fairly light, like lace. It's going to look like lace. I can zoom in a little bit and show you. I'm just painting it so it kind of looks like little lace marks, especially where a lot more lace marks where the really white part would be. And as you're getting outward, you can see in the photograph it's less so much like that, but it's a lot of these little lace. Just like that, all the white part that you see, you're going to paint with the masking fluid from the reference that you have. And I'm not using exact, like, you know, I'm just looking at it and thinking where it should go, how it should look. But the small brush is going to really help you with this. Again, you want to get a little tighter, closer towards that edge if you want it more white. Some parts will have a real swooshy white part. And keep open on some of the parts. And up the top, when you get up to this part, it's going to be less so. Just little pieces here and there going towards that shore part where it's crashing into the wave. Just a little bit here and there. You're not going to have so much of that white honeycomb kind of lace type look. It's going to be more sporadic. That's why a small brush is really going to work in this instance. And then as you get out towards the water this way, it really gets more sporadic. So you're getting like towards the wave. You can connect them a little bit. But you're just keeping it very tight. I'm going to do like a connecting kind of like honeycomb, but very skinny. You see that? The lines are very small. Some connecting, some not. But definitely by the shore part, you want to get a real cute little white lace kind of situation going. So you're going to be painting all these little lines close to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and fill all that in. Like I said, as you're going to get out here towards the, oops, that was a problem. Really tiny little lines where the waves will be crashing in. almost like a honeycomb. Just making these little tiny lines, you can see those. So getting close to the shore, as we're getting further out, you're going to get skinnier and skinnier. And we're going to be painting over all these lines. So the hard part is just painting in the masking fluid. And the easy part is painting over it. So I'm going to fill this all in and come back. Okay, once you've painted all your masking fluid in and it's dried, I'm going to take some, we're going to paint the shore and the water. So I've got some yellow with some burnt umber to make this golden color. I'm going to grab a little more of this medium yellow. Oh, it's a little too bright. Just get this golden beach tone color. Touch more brown. There we go. We're just gonna, oh, it's looking a little too yellow still. Add a little more brown. Gonna wash in that tone. Still a little more brown. As you can see in the picture, there still has, where the shore comes in here, it's still that brown color, that brown beachy type. Sand underneath here. And get the sand over in here. Just going to fill all the sand part in. As it's closer to the wave on the shoreline, I'm going to grab some more burnt umber, a little bit of black, and we're just going to hit that edge just with the tip of the brush, so it's a shadow of the white foam from the ocean. Just going to hit that edge part. Now up here, I'm going to grab, oops, excuse me, turquoise paint. And we have some ultramarine up here. We're just going to wash it in across and down below. We're going to blend it. So we're going to grab the ultramarine. Going to go in up here. Get a fairly thick amount of paint. You don't want it too watery. Can get even darker if it goes up here. As we're going towards this part, we're going to add in the turquoise. I did grab some concentrated turquoise. We're going to do like an ombre effect. We're going to get the darker turquoise and get it to lighter. And we can just add some water to that to make it lighter. And dab it on tape towel. And it should dry fairly light. I think we'll have to do a drying and then layering on top. So we'll have some of that light turk down here. I'll grab some of the darker turk, blending up here into the ultramarine, grabbing more concentrated ultramarine up top. You can throw in a little down in here just to give it that variety that the waves will have. Again, I'm going to get a little darker up top here. Can even add a little bit of indigo. Just a little bit. So we're going to dry this and come back and see if it's too light. So I dried it and you can barely see the turquoise. I'm going to go back in. Oops, I had too much ultramarine on my brush. Take some of that away. I'm going to grab that turquoise. I'm going to put another layer in there because you can barely see it's turquoise. So I'm going to get that real thick paint of watercolor in there. Just go on top of the whole thing going across. It was too watered down so you barely saw it. I'm going back down in here. And that should dry nicely. We'll dry this and come back. Okay, now that's all dry, the fun part begins. We're going to take the rubber cement pickup. It's like a hard rubber cube, and pull up the masking fluid and see what we got. See if it came out the way we wanted it to. Does it look like a shoreline? That's why it's key to use this tiny brush so it has more of a lace effect. Just going in, pulling up all. Now, it might be too harsh of white up here, in the back up here. You know, if you think that looks a little too white, which it does. So we're going to go over that. Let's pull up the rest of this with some turk. So now that we have that, I'm going to grab our turquoise again. And just dab it. I'm going to go over. You see that? Because it's looking a little too harsh. So you've got that tonality, and you can see that it's part of the water. We're just going to cover that with turquoise. It's not so harsh. It's like screaming white right at you. Or the rest makes sense, you know. Again, grab some of this turquoise. Whoop. Have some of that brown on there. There you go. Still looking a little white in here. So I'm going to add some cerulean blue. I'll just pick up some of that in here. Fill that stuff in. All right, not bad, huh? You could put like a, you know, I love you in the sand part. Just pull up your tape. I mean, this was a pretty easy tutorial to make the shorelines. Very fun. Okay, so you know, if you're looking at that, it looks great, but if you feel like it's still looking a little too white in there, you just go in and you can add in just a little bit more turquoise. Just touch it over there a little bit, you know, just to take out the harsh white tones. Make it look exactly like water. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun doing this. It's so easy to do with the masking fluid, and it's just really fun and creative, and so something easy. So I hope you enjoyed it again, and thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.